now back on the Schuylkill Trail. We're gonna go stop at that, what's it called? Tomatoes Pizza place with the coal-fired pizzas.
Back in 2023,
get a nice,
Kevin was asked about eugenicism
I don't know, get something.
on a podcast called The Jolly Heretic.
I think that the
hanging out, listening to radio.
Are very much
it is a beautiful day. It's hot. It's about 90. Anywhere like I think it's 88, 90 degrees.
Part of all of
something like that.
It might have
come down a little bit. It's already 4:25 in the afternoon. Yeah, maybe it's peaking around now. I don't know.
Of being a eugenicist,
it's probably 90 degrees right now.
Breed a superior race, and you know, you're giggling about it, but
it is silly.
Right there is that's the fast train, or what do you call it? The high-speed line to 69th Street. One of these days, I'm gonna go on there. What is down there? What's down on 69th? That's so good. You know, what is over there?
Everyone have more kids, even the liberals.
What's so good about over there?
He disagrees with. Kevin tells me that his kids are what drive this work for him. He wants them to grow up in a culture where there's something more waiting for them than an emasculating office job. He wants the woke culture to get out of the way. And if everybody won't out of the way...
Alright, so let's listen to this story about population collapse and all this.
Which he paraphrases.
Where he said, I don't worship capitalism, I worship God. And it's just a system, and if your system makes it impossible...
Yeah, pronatalism, something like the idea of have as many children as you can, or something like that, or because there's a decreasing population, they're in favor of more babies.
Forming alliances and sharing ideas.
That sounds okay to me, but
handing out medals to mothers of big families.
If you want more babies, make living more affordable. And you know,
thinking of government as a business.
I think that's why people don't want to have children. That's one of the reasons why. Anyway.
Their friends in
but they say there's
titans of Silicon
other
Valley
factors. I'm sure there are. Yeah.
Levels of government. They're hoping to parlay those relationships to change both policy and culture, to influence people's choices about how to
hot
make a
day,
family.
beautiful day out though.
Choices about
hot
whether
day,
to
but a
have
beautiful
babies
day.
and how many to have.
Shit, my back is like burning.
That story was reported.
Good thing I got my scarf on, man. Jesus.
Produced by Reveal's Stephen Rice.
This part of the trail, you know.
Before techies got involved.
Yeah, see, that was 20 miles an hour. I'm going.
Mostly religious conservatives who were pushing Americans.
It's very easy to go quickly on flat ground.
Through campaigns.
Well, actually, that was a little bit of a hill.
Fundraisers who raised millions and millions of dollars. Who would tell
coughing into our eyes.
More fear and more anger. When we come back, I talk with one of the former architects of the religious nationalist movement about his multi-decade plan to repeal abortion rights and push the American government to the right. You're listening to Reveal.
Whew. I'm burning up, man. Give me in the shade, for God's sakes. That sun is intense, boy.
This show is supported by Progressive Insurance.
You guys ever seen that movie Finch with Tom Hanks in it, where it's a world where there was this enormous solar flare and it just eradicated the ozone, and then like so now there's no ozone. There's almost nothing can live on the surface of the earth anymore. You know.
Also, we'll hear from Larry.
It's pretty much like sterile.
Writer, director, and executive
the ultraviolet is so intense. It's like just burns everything.
Tonight at 8 on WHYY. WHYY's Climate Desk introduces you to the Denver Valley's Climate Fixers.
If we want to reduce plastic waste, we want to find solutions for the material that already exists.
Innovative people that are doing their part to reduce our carbon footprint and showing you sustainable solutions for a brighter future.
Any plant that is photosynthesizing, that is sequestering carbon. So the more plants we grow...
I really got to bring my
learn more about WHYY's Climate
my little cooler that I have with me. I could put it inside this backpack right here and
from the Center for Investigation,
put little ice things in there.
This is Reveal, I'm out, Leslie.
I carry 2 liters with me. I can bring like, you know, 4 bottles of water with me. Put it in there, even 6 maybe.
So-called family values.
Now that's there you go. That's 3 liters. That's a good amount of water right there.
The Christian nationalist movement and spent decades getting close to powerful lawmakers and Supreme Court justices.
The afternoon is coming upon us.
Laws and policies
yes. Oh, it's significantly cooler now. See, when you're out there, man, they should put some trees out there on that part of the Norristown part of the trail. Jesus Christ.
To reflect on his work, paving the way for the political right.
I really did feel like that guy Finch.
Asking about his
I'm the Tom Hanks in that story there.
My first ministry assignment, I took a job as a residential counselor for
it is nice.
a home for recovering heroin addicts.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's
with them.
see, there's a little bit more of a breeze here too than out there by the road.
Wonderful experience.
So I think it's the
I developed deep bonds with
part of it is definitely all these trees and stuff like.
And from there,
it's just it's cooling everything down.
Humanitarian relief work in Mexico. So that was my whole orientation until the mid-1980s. It was then that I was introduced to a very different permutation of Christianity, a highly politicized one.
What the hell he's doing?
To what I call a second conversion in my life, which was not for the good.
What was it about the teaching of the politicized version of Christianity, the politicized and you know, I think it's fair to say right-wing version of Christianity? What was it about it that attracted you away from?
Maybe just go fishing in Manayunk, man.
I'm gonna say
it's not too hot. That dock might be. That dock might be really, really hot.
It was pride. As I look back on it now,
that might be the move. Just try to find a place to fish
at the table of national evangelical leadership,
where there's a good amount of shade. Actually, the docks do have shade. That's true. Check that out.
You know, it's gaining quite a platform, and you know, preaching to very large congregations, speaking at very big national and even international conventions and so forth. And as a result of that, I was invited, you know, into some pretty influential spaces in the evangelical subculture. And one of those was the National Association of Evangelicals, where Ronald Reagan became the first sitting president to address.
Someone asked me whether I was aware of all the people out there who were praying for the president. And I had to say yes.
Oh my God, wow. Okay. Now you're talking.
Say to that questioner after.
Now you're talking.
He'd ask the question, or at least say to them that sometimes when he was praying, he got a busy signal. It was just me in there ahead of him.
And that was
that
in
feels
appreciation
good.
for our support from him.
Look at this forest, you guys. Look at this. It's now in the middle of the summer, just about June 29.
For Reagan and the Republican Party
and it is beautiful out here.
Into the Christian.
Dang, everybody got e-bikes. Those are nice. I like this. The last two had the nice racks in the back. I had an e-bike that had a really nice rack in the back too. You can hold a lot of stuff. This bike right here has nice side racks. I wonder if I could put the back rack there too, like both of them at the same time.
For Jimmy Carter.
Maybe I should try to. Just order that piece, see if I can put them both in.
Exemplifying all the attributes that Jesus.
I really like having side racks though, man. They hold so much stuff.
So I was very young when Jimmy Carter
does a really excellent job.
He was the first president that I can remember knowing who the president was. But years later,
I want something cold. I want like.
I saw this clip of Jimmy Carter making a presidential conversation.
Should get a vacuum.
Basically, he was telling America that we
vacuum seal joint
that we were just going to
that would fit in here. Because the one that I have is just too big. It's like twice the size of this. It would never fit in here. I don't think it would anyway.
invisible.
Maybe next time. Maybe I could try to put it in there. It's kind of big.
It is a crisis of confidence. It is a crisis that strikes at the very heart and soul and spirit of our national will.
That Jimmy Carter.
We can see this crisis in the growing doubt.
Did you guys know that Jimmy Carter owned a peanut factory? Or a peanut farm, not a peanut factory.
Was telling everybody it's morning in America, and everything you've done is great and fine, and you're good, and you're
At a
great.
peanut
And it feels
farm.
like Christianity, well, the version of Christianity that you
Nobody
were a part
behind
of,
me.
took that and said, yes, we are great.
We are
and
doing
followed
good.
that path.
Wow. Al, today you're like my
Hell
pastor. Because
Burn them
you're
calories.
helping me to clarify even my own reflections on that period and what was going on. The overall effect, I think, was to eventually utterly corrupt the message
Yeah.
and to turn the
I
movement
think another thing that's nice about the way this is mounted here.
to a political enterprise.
Maybe I should do this.
And one that
Put it up a little bit more. But anyway,
wielding power and influence than it was.
maybe it's not as bad with the wind.
So that leads me to my next question, which is about a painful chapter in your life. You were part of the National Pro-Life Religious Council, which had a close relationship with Manayunk Court, otherwise known as Jane Roe, from the Supreme Court case Roe v. Wade.
Yeah.
In 1973, the court ruled on the case, saying the Constitution generally protected a woman's right to have an abortion.
That sucks.
Can you talk to me about your
That
relationship?
sucks real bad.
Yeah.
Something went wrong.
I really came to love Norma. She was the real Jane Roe in the famous or infamous Roe v. Wade case. And Norma was a very complicated person, had lived a very rough, very difficult life. She had been sexually abused as a young teenager. She had been remanded to a girls' home, as they used to call them. So her whole life was all about survival. And when she became, the famous
Man. Even though it's like 90 degrees, it's not that bad right here. The shade is just, look at this. Look at this. Look how green this is in the summertime. It's so green. Look at this shit. Look, I feel like a fucking Ewok. The force is with me.
A street preacher who baptized her in the backyard.
Look at this, you guys.
And
you guys want to come down here? This is a pretty well-known trail in this area of Pennsylvania. This is a very, very like famous trail. It's the shit, man. Yeah, these roads right here. This is how I get to 76. I forget what this road is called.
Trophy for the anti-abortion, pro-life movement.
I'll look at it later.
Part of the leadership, and she was rewarded. She was, rewarded financially. She was given big audiences. She was feted and celebrated.
All right.
We know, for example,
And here we are. Here we are, honeys. Here we are. Here we are, my babies.
romantic partnership with a woman, and that was, of course, unacceptable.
Not bad, huh?
So we kept that.
And we got all of our friends hanging out.
We told her not to talk about it, to keep it a secret, that that was nobody's business but her own. But we
Look at all these healthy people.
Image
So healthy.
And I see that as another running with abuse. Staying on it and talking about it.
Seems like maybe I feel like 50% of the people out here that are on bikes are on e-bikes. It seems like maybe not quite 50, maybe like less, maybe 40.
You yourself,
But I feel like there's a lot.
several heated arguments with people. Like from your vantage point.
And here is the wonderful train station. This is a great train station, isn't it? We got cool it is.
Vantage point, they are trying to protect the women's right to decide what to do with their body. Would that be a fair?
Yes, Operation Rescue was one component of that. And it involved blockading clinics. We would block doors to clinics using our own bodies. We would lay down driveways to prevent both, medical staff and their patients from entering parking lots and so forth. In some cases, some of our people, I never did this, but some people entered into even procedure rooms and handcuffed themselves to procedure tables. And of course, then there have also been a number of years of fire bombings, other kinds of damage to clinic properties, and then there was shooting. I would have fundraisers.
Now, am I going to stop here at this place?
Millions of dollars for the organizations I led during some of those years, who would tell me, literally, they would sit at a conference room table and say to me, we need more fear and more anger. We need to make people more afraid and madder than happy. If you give us a little fear,
you know what, we're gonna...
that demand.
We're just going to keep on going.
That brings about predictable results.
When we come back, Reverend Rob Shank talks about how he...
We can always just eat somewhere else.
...created a playbook that remade Washington politics.
I'm afraid I helped build...
Eat it up.
...that Trump took to 1600.
Just eat it like...
To reveal.
Yeah, and another thing to know, with these lithium-ion batteries, when it's really warm like this, or if it's just warm in general, you're just getting the most out of these batteries. I mean, God, and also if you use the pedal assist,
entitled Access, Engage, Transform.
if you use the pedal assist as if you were shifting gears, that also helps a lot too. I want to see how many, what my percentage is here. Okay, so we're at 85 and I'm already nearly halfway there to Center City. Goodness gracious. See? 15%. I do have 2 batteries though.
What keeps millions of readers coming back for sequel after sequel, and what is going on with these sultry elves? To find out, all things considered. This afternoon at 5 on WHYY.
From the Center for Investigative Reporting of PRX, this is Reveal. I'm Al Lindsay. Today, we're featuring a conversation with Reverend Rob Shank.
Look, you guys see that? They're building some more of those kind of houses.
American society and laws towards a Christian.
Those are some nice looking ones. Sometimes the new ones that they're making are kind of, they're kind of weird looking, sort of. They kind of like parts of it, jut out like as if there was a cargo containers halfway stuck in the rest of the structure. So that, I think that looks kind of weird. But I don't know. Maybe it's like that's a new style. It's definitely an inexpensive way to build. Otherwise, they wouldn't be building so much of it. Maybe it'll be a modern classic. Who knows?
An influx of an enormous, relatively,
alrighty.
But certainly very significant.
So here we are,
evangelicals
riding the wave
to Congress that same year.
Oh yeah.
So I had media rallies, and I went in, and the first thing I did was I gave out what we called national.
Always on my mind, always on my mind.
With these very nice, lovely.
There is the other place.
With plaques with the 10 Commandments.
There it is. There she goes.
We asked House members and senators to display and obey them. We did lots of public events together, but mostly worked behind the scenes to craft legislation, which began with, laws restricting abortion and then restricting personal.
I don't know if that lady gave me a head nod or not, but I nodded back at her.
Restrictions on LGBTQ.
I don't want to be rude.
Same-sex relationships and so forth. Anything to stop what we saw as a cavalcade of immorality in our society, but it wasn't enough to do that legislatively.
Oh yeah.
Because no matter who was in the Congress, what laws
I am feeling the burn at the moment.
Signing them into law.
Feeling that burn.
Didn't matter because we would come up
feeling
against the Supreme Court.
Feeling like Jericho.
And it would be the brick wall.
Oh man.
That all of these efforts.
Let me pump it up a bit.
So we had to get into the
pedal assist too.
And get them to
give it a little throttle.
Even when they weren't in the majority, we needed them to render very strong dissenting opinions to kind of set the stage for a future revisiting of those.
I do feel pretty
Operation Higher Court.
Pretty good about the fact that I've got a 30-pound test line.
The whole process.
That's a very strong test line.
Inject trained, what I called stealth missionaries.
I mean, that's 30 pounds, man. My line snapped really bad with the 6-pound test line, but I don't know what I'm gonna end up catching here or where I'm even gonna go fishing. I kind of want to go to that spot that I always mention every time I pass by it. It's the one on the Schuylkill boardwalk where the benches are, and there's like a little overhang there. I was almost caught. Almost. I don't know how almost, but anyway, I had a fish on my line that was really, really big, and that was pretty nice. But then my line broke. It's like really, really super exciting, and then my line just kind of snapped. And I had him at least a couple of times close to the surface, and he seemed kind of big to me, and also that it was just a really strong. It was like the time when I went on a charter boat. It took us 2 to 3 hours to get into the open ocean, and then they all gave us poles and put the bait on the poles, and wow, man, I caught like a 20-pound bluefish, and damn, man, those things are really, really powerful. They're very powerful. I don't know if I mean, it's 20 pounds, so it's going to be a powerful fish anyway, but is it because it's in the ocean? I don't know. But anyway, so that catfish was kind of like that. Like, it's like it's not in the lake or a pond. It's in the river, So those river fish are, they're pretty strong. I'm over here in Norristown catching fish in a pond and stuff. The little ones, little smallmouth bass, sunnies,
and that was we need you to render the strongest,
pickerels,
most conservative opinions you can from the bench.
What's the other one? Crappies? Carpies or whatever? I forget the name. So here's another barren part of the trail. It used to not be that barren. There used to be like trees and like other things going on over here. Like they had I don't know, like dirt or something, and they cut down a lot of the trees and stuff. And I think they might have done that so you could see, so you could get a view of the river, which is nice actually. I think they did actually do a good job, but it's so hot out.
Trump emerged as a choice.
Yeah, they did a nice job.
The choice of all my fellow evangelical, leadership personalities around.
Sometimes I wonder where these people are walking. They must know the nooks and crannies pretty well, because if I were to walk here, I mean, I wouldn't even know where I would get off at, because it's like
for my worldview.
I mean, it's like you're walking for miles upon miles. It seems like.
The organization built, which was substantial.
But I guess if I was walking this trail, I would know where the parts off where you could get off.
I had my own kind of awakening, but it was still, you know, contained. But when Trump emerged, it was a bridge too far for me for a couple of reasons. One is because I had grown up in New York State with Donald Trump playing in the headlines continuously, almost through my entire life, or at least my conscience.
Let's pump it up a little bit. Let's get some speed going.
And when I was in Bible college, being
goodness gracious.
I was in what we call a homiletics class, or preaching instruction, where my instructor said in class one day, in a sermon, you always want to use a real-life illustration if you can pick one to make your point. So he gave an example and he said, let's just say we're talking about what it means to live opposite of Jesus' model and message. Well, you might pick somebody like Donald Trump to illustrate that. So for me, from the very beginning, Donald Trump was the opposite of what it meant to live as a Christian. At one point, I had taken a leave of absence from my work and I was finishing a maiden life doctoral degree. And I flew back east to attend a tribute gala for members of one of the luminaries in Christian media. And his guest of honor was Donald Trump.
It was a little bit of a breeze.
His serious Republican.
There's nobody behind me.
So I was
Good shit.
from the get-go.
I am trucking along at 20 miles an hour. Let's kick it down to 2. PA2.
I thought he was a charlatan, fake, carnivalian, and I said, I can't go with you on this. So I parted company with my old gang when it came to support for Trump. But when I announced publicly that I was voting for Joe Biden in 2020, for many of my fellows in the evangelical church world, that was the final straw for them. I was gone. I was now banished, ostracized. There was no place for me in their world any longer. So in many ways, I see Trump as a kind of act of idolatry for my movement. That they've literally traded Jesus for Donald Trump. And for me, that's nothing short of apostasy. It's abandoning the faith. I don't think, this is the first time, Al, I'm going to say this in a public forum. I don't think you can be a Christian and embrace Donald Trump, because I see him as the antithesis of everything Jesus stood for, everything he modeled. And
there is a trash can right there.
Far be it from me to
let me roll up into this spot real
but
quick.
I think what I have heard in some Christian circles.
Ooh, there goes the train, everyone. You hear it? Yeah, there she goes.
Christian nationalists, what they
Ooh.
want. And so a lot of people who maybe don't consider themselves nationalists but just Christian, they hold their nose and vote for him because they're getting exactly what they want. Like, he delivers. I mean, and if you...
Ooh, turn that off for a little while. Ooh. quite a workout. Doesn't seem like it because it's on an e-bike. And yes, the e-bike is doing a lot of work, but you get to choose how much you want to put into it. And the more you put into it, I mean, the less electricity you need, and be in better shape as far as having fuel is concerned. And that's what we've been doing, pretty much. Maybe in a little bit I'll be able to take this my scarf off, and also my excuse me, also my flannel. Like I said before, I can't really get my skin exposed too much to the sun. I mean, I got my legs exposed to it, but I have sunscreen on all the time, but I really should buy some sunscreen to bring with me. Maybe I'll just buy some, but I always put some on though. Let's bring the speed up a little bit here. Okay, here we go. Getting some speed now. 20 miles an hour, perfect. Perfecto. They also did it here too. So if you look back on earlier videos when I'm coming down here, there's a lot here that was also cut down too. But look at it, it's so much more nicely manicured now. Look at it. I mean, you can't really see the river either way, I guess, but you could. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could find a little hole in, like right here. You could see the river. The fuck is this? We got some things going down over there. That's unmarked police car, and then you got the Amazon backing up. Well, they could be separate issues, I don't know. These people have a nice little yard here. All right, let's drop in. Oh man, that's fun. I feel like I might need some new brakes. Ooh, I smell like barbecue or something, man. Yeah, see, this is definitely a part of the park for sure. Nobody behind me. Yeah, they rebuilt this part finally, huh? I wonder why there's this huge thing right there. Oh wow, okay, they finally put the fence up. Wow, look at this, they widened it. Oh, this is awesome. Wow, it's bumpy. Oh, I'm guessing they're trying to put something here. Grass maybe. Whew. Always on my mind, always on my mind. You can ride right through this mud here that's been dried mostly. Ooh. Yeehaw. Riding cowboy. Yeah, I'm gonna get my permit and just be armed all the time. I just want people to see that I'm armed. That way nobody messes with me. Alright, see, there you go. Very tempted to just cast off in here. I would like something really, really cold to drink though. Maybe go hit the 7-Eleven, get a big gulp with a ton of ice in it, and I don't know, some kind of liquid, maybe water. Maybe I should get more water too while I'm at it. Damn. Gotta bring that Stanley Cup next time. You know what I'll do? I will try to find something that can hold the Stanley Cup on my bike. That would be effing sick. Oh, here we go. Here you go with this. How the hell is she gonna get it? I guess she has to go around it. These guys will be alright, they got mountain bikes. But that's why I like having these huge wheels, man. It's one of the reasons why I like it. One of the things that makes it real fun. Dang, let me see. What's the deal here? What do I got? 80%. I'm in Manayunk, 14 miles away from home. I'm at 80%, and that's because I was only going in like pedal assist 1 or 2. Yeah. Really makes a huge difference if you're not trying to go super, super fast. Don't mind using a little bit of your own energy. And there you go. Boom, boom, I'll smack you silly. There is a goose in the middle of the road. What's happening? It's a tree. That's a new tree. There's a new tree. Yeah, they know what they're doing. This overflows just about every time. So you can see how look at it. Look how high the water is right now. It can be much lower. Oh man. Yeah, I want to go fishing here, man. No fishing. Feeling that heat. We do need to get something very cold. Would be nice. Where am I going? Am I honestly going into Center City? I feel like yes. I feel like it might be good to get some exercise. And also I can get the ice that I want too. You catch anything?
I just got here, but I was out earlier and got a few largies.
What's a largie?
Largemouth bass.
Oh, really? They have them in here? Okay.
All the way up to Canal though.
What are you using for bait?
I was throwing a Ned rig, plastic.
What's a plastic?
A plastic lure.
Oh, okay.
On a weighted.
Oh, okay.
It on the bottom.
You're not using bait at all. Okay. All right, cool, man.
You any luck?
No, I'm gonna go down. I think I'm gonna go down to Center City and yeah.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, bro. So you can catch bass in here, huh? That's pretty cool. I dig that. Oh, that's a nice bike. Oh, and he has a rack on there too? Yeah, homeboy's all set. Goodness gracious. Do I need to rest somewhere? Say a Dunkin' Donuts? I want a lot of ice. Party. I think I need some water. I'm gonna stop right up here and drink some water. No one behind me. Oh, they took care of that squeak. It's not as bad. And there's the classic arches here. That was once a highway. Now that's actually a multi-purpose walkway. It'll take us to the other side of, I don't know if it's called the Schuylkill Trail, but it's the other part of the park. So I don't know what they call it though. So look at this right here. See? Look at this. The water is like, it's now that they fixed the canal, they did something with it where the water now it's like flowing now. There's actually a current. What do you think, guys? Look down there. So you can imagine the boats coming up here from the river and unloading their stuff, whatever it is. Whatever New York and I don't know, Canada and whatever else is coming down here in turn of the century, whatever kind of goods they was unloading on here, man. I don't know, maple syrup, furniture, silverware, I don't know. All right, now it's time to go finish this first. This bad boy. I'm gonna put this water in here. That's still kind of cold, actually. Okay. This thing is no good, man. I don't like how that's happening. Also small, too. It's the other way. It's got to go the other way. Oh, look at this. What a mess this is. Sorry guys, I'm gonna shut down for a minute so I can figure what the hell happened with this.